Wrong hole, idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Everyone get up.
it's the Charley Spurlock Show.
It's just magic when it happens. I like to call those keepers. What's your boner, mate? Are you showing me your teats right now? I just need to bring some teats to the cactus boner. That's why I'm so greasy. I don't know, I kind of feel like my face is just better left for radio.
Super clever.
Right. Because just putting episode 8 is just lame.
Yeah. I mean, but 8 is something really to celebrate, you know?
Mm-hmm. We're that much closer to 10, which you said you didn't think we'd get to, so that's nice. I like the confidence you had.
It's like the first goal. Yeah.
It was 10. Or should we do something special for episode 10?
I mean, that's a great idea.
Should it be a special guest? Should it be...
A special guest would be a great idea. Maybe a special location. We could do it on location somewhere.
Oh my god, like where?
I don't know.
How difficult would that be with all of the shit behind you?
We could bring in a whole bunch of homeless people for dick pics for the homeless.
We finally launched that idea. That idea that's sparked so much inspiration and...
So, on with the freaking snacks. So,
Yeah. Snack time today.
you
is
came in
Smart
with
Pop.
one snack.
Uh-huh.
Tiffany came in with another
I
snack.
know. Thanks a lot, Tiffany.
Which apparently Tiffany doesn't know how this show runs. Like, it's your duty to bring the snacks.
Well, wait a second. Hold on. Because that was not what you wanted initially.
No, it's
I've
not
just
what
kind
I
of
want.
I've just kind of taken
Yeah,
that on, which is
Yeah,
fine.
you changed the whole element of the show, so I feel like it's your responsibility.
Yeah, I don't
now.
mind. I don't mind being the one in charge of bringing snacks. She said she brought it as an apology for being late, which
It's a good,
is
it's a good side
fitting.
punishment.
Yeah, which is fitting because usually anytime someone does me wrong, I'm like, okay, what are you gonna feed me? So that fits. That's fine.
But then she also came in and said how nice you look tonight.
Yeah.
And you're all dressed up.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice way to finish
Thank you.
that.
I had to burp before you said anything. So it's
tonight's
actually-
snack is brought to
know.
you by Smart Food Popcorn.
Yeah, and I've got a reason behind it because I think I said before that I didn't want any healthy snacks on my show because that would be fucking awful and I would ridicule the person that brought healthy snacks.
It's
So
like
we can bring it on.
sacrilegious
Yeah,
on
we
this
can
show.
bring it on today. I'm trying to like eat less and lose weight and all other garbage. So I've been not eating lunch and just juicing for lunch. I bought like a fucking expensive juicer and I've been making my own juice, which is delicious. I love it. It's really fun. Like it's always fun to like pulverize stuff and just like watch it liquefy. That's cool.
What kinds of things are you juicing?
I did the yummiest one today. It was kale, green apple, lemon, and orange.
Ooh.
It was sweet as fuck. It was
Sweet
so good. Sweet AF.
And was there any, what are the health potential of juicing? I mean, I know everybody, for a while, everybody was doing it, right?
Am I late to the juice party?
I feel like you're a little late.
I'm a little late to the juice. Maybe I'm going to bring it back. You know how like the 90s are totally back in style?
The 90s are back, let me tell you.
Oh my God, the 90s are back. I don't want to bring up why that's so important to say that right now because I just want to make all of our special guests a surprise, but we've got somebody from like my personal history that's going to possibly be a guest on the show. And you had
That's
to
exciting when you start doing something like what you're doing in comedy and your podcast and whatnot, and you're starting to connect with people that you loved. You know what I mean? Like people you looked up to.
Never,
people
ever
who were doing
would've
things in
thought
entertainment
one
when you
day.
were a
Yeah.
kid that were big to you.
If I could go and tell my 4, 5, 6-year-old self, hey, you're going to text this person one day and you're probably going to interview him on a radio show, I would have
so cool.
I would have freaked out. I'm still freaking out. And I like, oh my gosh, I want to talk about it, but I know we can't because it's not set in stone yet.
But it's exciting that so many things are going on with a face for radio, you know?
Yeah, it's really a fantastic show.
And the snacks, I mean...
They're the cherry on top of the fucking cake.
So white cheddar smart food
I
popcorn.
know.
What is healthy about this?
It's
Smart
low in
Food Pop-
calories.
It's low in calories.
Yeah, but if you
But
eat the
it's-
whole
but
fucking
at the
bag,
same
it's not
time-
very low in calories.
But at the same time, the calories are like the largest. number,
noticed
and
that.
by the largest number, I don't mean like
Literally numerically the
quantity.
longest.
Yeah.
It's just fucking huge on the label. I
Yeah.
think they just want to brag that. Oh yeah, you think this shit tastes good? It's also not terrible for you.
it's pretty good. But what did Tiffany bring in?
Fucking Tiffany. She brought me fucking caramel popcorn. God damn it. Which is delicious, and I want to eat
What are the calories
it.
like in her
Oh
popcorn?
my god. Why do you ask me?
We
to
gotta
look
check.
at
We
that?
gotta do a check.
Let's see. So the Smart Pop is 160 calories per every 1 3/4 cups, which I've easily eaten twice of already since we've started. Fucking Tiffany brings me 115 calories per every 1 ounce.
It's like 3 kernels. of
3
popcorn.
kernels of popcorn, basically. And I told her that she was such a skinny ass that she needed to eat all of it. And then just leave the Smart Pop for me.
Everybody's getting in shape. Everybody's getting in shape.
Who else are you talking about? Who else is trying to get
I
in
just
shape?
feel like everybody's like looking better. It's like.
So again,
everybody.
I'm either late to a trend or maybe I'm regenerating it.
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
think you're right on time.
Finally, it's about damn time. I was always late for trends.
But the 90s is coming back, right?
Oh my god. Well, in a lot of ways. Now I can't even open this shit. I gotta stab it with my claw. Oh, I did it. All right, I'm gonna eat a few of these, but I think I'm gonna be mad at myself. I should just have Tuesday be my cheat snack day.
Kara got a bag of this J-Dub Welton stuff, which is like apparently he's like the actual like founding father of the corn of popping. And so it's like this mixed bag with like cheddar cheese popcorn
Yum.
and like caramel mixed. And I didn't like that at all. The OCD in me says
Not sweet mixed with the salty.
uh-uh.
Yeah.
And
I don't
she
know
was,
if I
like,
would like
all
the
over
sweet with
it.
the salty mixed.
That's two very distinct types of popcorn that need to be kept very separate.
I could do caramel with kettle corn only, I think, because kettle corn's sweet. I could do those two. But
Caramel, kettle corn, pretty close to the same thing.
Yeah. So,
I mean, like you wouldn't put chocolate popcorn
with cheese.
with cheese popcorn. You know?
Agreed. It's a little food faux pas, if you ask me.
Well, you know they've been putting them together in those Christmas tins for forever.
Yeah, but not together in the same like divider. They've been divided.
Yeah, and that's
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 fine.
required.
Uh-huh.
You know, you can't do it without that.
No.
So
And then when you get down to the very end and you can't like grab it anymore, you just tilt the whole thing up.
yeah,
You just let it slide into your stupid mouth. Yeah.
I mean I've never done that, but
No, sure you have. So we had a very important meeting, Matt, yesterday.
yeah,
Was it
we
yesterday? It was yesterday.
did. It was yesterday.
We're getting ready for summer sales season 2.
It's so exciting too. So exciting that it just kind of freaks me out for the moment.
Well, yeah, because you really take on the getting ready kind of all by yourself for the most part.
Not totally by myself. I mean, and this year we have a pretty good team. So I have to be good at delegating. Right?
Are the interns? I think I asked you this at least 10 or 12 times. Are the interns going to go with you to San Diego for filming, or some of them not? No.
We're planning all of that out right now, actually, and we're trying to figure out who's coming and going when. And it's a big organizational plot because it's not only the interns and the production team, but it's all of the actors as well. So
Who can we kill off? First episode season 2, so that we don't have to worry.
Don't have to do that.
So we don't have to worry about them for the rest of the fucking season.
If we kill people off, we got fewer
People to worry about.
fewer people to
We need a
organize
one-man
and-
show, is what I'm saying. You need to play every single character. Are you gonna eat your caramel shit because
I'll
this is too
organize
tempting?
it. I'll organize the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll act in it. It'll just be a one-man show.
Can you imagine?
I'm sure it's been done or doable like that. Man, do I not have the energy for that.
Can you imagine putting on Wendy's tits and being Becca? I think that that alone would be worth the watch.
I'm switching over to try Tiffany's, which is Thatcher's Gourmet Popcorn. San Francisco style caramel corn. Air popped and all natural. Says it's all natural.
Yeah. All natural,
Calories
smothered in
115.
caramel. Yeah.
115 cal. Well, what did that say? What that said 160.
160 per every cup and 3/4. So
you get
way larger serving
You get
size.
almost 2 cups for the serving size.
Mhm.
Okay. See, I think they should be required to use the same serving size.
Because then we don't have to do math because we're all fucking stupid.
Oh, but this stuff is really good though.
I know it is.
It's very like light.
Yeah. And kind of airy after you crunch.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Crisp and airy.
so we
If you're looking for a good snack, this is a good one. Where'd you get this from, Tiffany? From Ross?
Nice.
She was at Ross. She got tripped up by the impulse buys at the end of the Ross. You know?
Mhm.
Has that ever happened to you? You ever buy a last minute wallet at
Sometimes
Ross?
no, sometimes actually the phone cases will get me. I'm like, God damn it, that's a cool phone case. That has done it to me before. No, I'm way more of an Amazon shopper.
I feel like the stuff that they sell at Ross is like the stuff that the kids couldn't sell at the cheese and sausage fundraiser during the year.
Yep. When they were putting together
Not
money
what
for
this
like
caramel corn is right now, but it's really good.
the
I
summer
mean,
camps. Yep.
Yeah, if you bought from the cheese and sausage summer camp thing,
Uh-huh.
this is the popcorn you would get, and I'd probably be
That
happy with
you
it.
guys should do a fundraiser like that for Green Ingredient shows, don't you think? You should make Carson knock door to door to sell stuff. I would love to see that.
But like,
And then he should knock on my door.
but like the one where you're like trying to win stuff off the back of the catalog, you know.
The
I wonder
one
what
who
those
sells the
catalogs
most?
look like today, because when I was a kid, I used to get those and be like, man, I want to sell stuff so bad so I can get this like remote control car or whatever. You never saw those catalogs? No?
Oh yeah.
Alex did.
We used to get those. We did do them in elementary school all the time for field trips or something. Yeah. All the time.
I wonder how the prices have changed and stuff. It's like a 3D room. You know, like
Really, seriously,
a VR
you can't
body
give
suit.
a kid a fucking remote control car now because
No.
they'll think you're an asshole.
Yeah.
I was so
a
lazy.
drone board that you can fly on for real.
The real hoverboard.
Uh-huh.
I don't mean to bring up that sore
Yeah.
subject. Sorry.
You shouldn't.
But I was so lazy as a kid that I would bring those things home to my mom, and she would just be like, "We're just gonna buy all of it from you. We'll just write you a check." Like, sweet, I don't have to sell to anybody. My parents are just gonna give me all the monies.
I actually went through with selling for them one time, and I sold like a couple of things around my neighborhood to like the 3 houses that there was people at, and they only
You were
bought
sure they
stuff
would buy it from you? Yeah.
Yeah.
There were always those people in the neighborhood, and then some people that
Well,
you would just
I didn't
never
know that's
approach.
what it was back then.
Right.
You know, I thought it
Looking
was
back on it now.
legitimately selling stuff.
Oh.
You know,
It was just people that felt sorry
there's
for
people
you.
that were just gonna be willing to just give me money.
Mm-hmm.
I should have just been like, you know what, fuck this catalog thing.
Was
Just
one of
write
them?
me a check.
Was
What
one
did you
of them
spend? $24.99.
ever-
I'll
yeah.
save you a few bucks.
Was one of them ever a single man that had a lot of cats? And used to invite you in to watch the news with him or something?
Oh, man.
Was he like Herbert the pervert from Family Guy? Someone I know does a fantastic Herbert.
You got chores to do.
got yours. Someone I know does a fantastic Herbert. I'm trying to think about who it is. But
I could do it if I had
definitely
a
one
little
of
bit of time.
definitely one of my favorite characters on Family Guy. My favorite though is Ollie Williams.
What's your favorite character?
He did the Blackie weather report.
Oh, that's
Yep.
pretty funny.
He was my favorite. He was always the quickest character, but everything he did was fucking hilarious. It's gonna rain.
So season 2, moving to San
Yeah.
Diego.
Right. Get back on that. So we had to
Um,
come up with a list of cameos. I think we came up with an awesome list.
We did. We met at a Denny's like we've been doing for the last 2 years to write shows and stream comedy. We've had some ridiculous live streams, from James's Vanilla Ice one
Yeah.
to the live stream outside of the open mic where Pussy the Hoot
Attacked
bear clawed me.
everybody. Yep. Didn't you say you had hives the next
I
day or
had
something?
some kind of a rash from her
Pussy?
dress. Yeah.
Pussy gave you a rash?
It was the dress she was wearing that had asbestos in it.
The entire dress was made from asbestos?
Or it could have been her tits that were made from this
Birdseed.
Well,
They feel fantastic. I think
back
that
in the 70s, there was asbestos in
I
birdseed.
think
so.
that plastic surgeons need to look into maybe a little less silicone, a little more birdseed. It's way more real feeling.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so she dragged me up on her back, and I ended up breaking out in a rash of some sort.
You're
But
just so sensitive.
I don't think she remembers any of that because
She was drunk as fuck.
she was so trashed.
Yeah, give Pussy some tequila and you never know what's gonna happen.
Her first shows are airing in the next couple of days.
Yay!
That's what's over here rendering behind me on
For
the screen.
Pussy Chat
So
that I was lucky enough to be the guest for on episode 2.
Yeah, and you can check out those episodes on What's New Pussy Chat
Whoa.
on YouTube, or follow Pussy LaHoot on Facebook.
And Twitter and Instagram.
There's just something special about Pussy LaHoot's Facebook, though. Those live captures of the episodes are so funny.
Mm-hmm. She's very particular about how her set is done, and obviously here we don't care. Here on A Face for Radio, that's not what it's about.
In fact, it's a rule on her show we're not allowed to talk about food. Every time I do it, I get scolded.
Oh no! So did she hate me when I ordered pizza? Now I feel extra horrible. But I got in here. I'm like, you know what? This room is missing food.
She was talking about vaginas and how she doesn't ever want to see a vagina because she can't imagine what that would horribly look like. And
Most of them,
Gwen's
some
like-
of them can be pretty damaging.
Gwen's like, "You've never seen one before?" And
I'm sure, in a textbook, perhaps, but
and-
maybe not in real life.
and she's like, I mean, you know, honey, like in pornos and things, like.
Yeah.
And she's just mortified, the face that she's making when she's talking about it. And Gwen's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll show you." And she's like, and I'm over here going, "Roast beef," you know? and Pussy goes, don't ever, Gwen. Like, looks at her and goes, "Don't ever show me that. Like, I will freak the fuck
So
out."
obviously she knew immediately that was not the way she was swinging.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of
new show
which-
goes up this week.
Speaking of which, I just on Friday I watched the 2020 that they did when they revisited Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch that?
Maybe you could share some things on that because I feel like I thought that the sex change happened like a year or two ago.
No. Here's
I didn't realize that hadn't happened yet.
no. It has only in January. It did though.
Okay. So
yeah.
this
so
year.
this year it
months ago.
happened. She didn't want to talk about it until it had been done, and it was in her book. She just wrote a book, The
So
Secrets of My Life.
Wait a minute. They put the penis in the book?
No, they did not put the
Oh.
penis in the book.
Okay.
Everyone got just a little piece. No.
You said that it had to be done and it was in the book, and I was
No,
like,
like
oh
the
my
story
God.
about they call
Like,
it.
that's the way to finish off a penis.
they-
Cut it off and then slam it in a book.
Just it's
throw
now
it under a fucking table
it's
somewhere.
now the book the bookmark. No.
That bloody page there, that was where Dad shanked his penis off and threw it in a book.
He really didn't like that book. No, they call it the final surgery. I guess gender reassignment or sex change surgery is like not PC or I don't know. So it's called the final surgery.
It's not PC.
I don't know. I mean, I was a little taken aback by that. I'm like, oh,
Wait a
so if I
minute.
called it sex change, it
Wait a
would be
minute.
wrong.
It's 2017 and self-mutilation's not PC. How horrible.
It's self-mutilation done by a licensed physician.
Yeah, somebody else mutilating you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And you're giving into it, and you're allowing them to do it. I mean, obviously, like, if I had a dick, I'd want it off. Okay? So.
And you would spend all day, every day trying to get it off.
Oh, my God. I'd probably slice it off myself. They're so grotesque.
Right over your head. But.
They're so... Shut up. They're so... No, I got it. I'm just trying to clean up my show a little bit.
Got it.
I'm trying to clean up my show a little bit for...
And you came dressed like that?
Yes.
I clean up my show. I was thinking about breastfeeding in the middle.
Are you kidding me? That would be very motherly of me.
Are you turning mom?
That would be
now?
a new chapter.
You came in and mentioned children in the last 2 times you've been here. I was like, what
Children?
is going on? You
When did I
mentioned your
mention-
nephew.
Yeah, because my nephew loves Smart Pop.
Yeah. Which it I know that your nephew loves Smart Pop. That's just not
He's
something
also the
I
most
normally would
adorable
know.
little kid ever.
See? You're turning mom.
No, see, I think
Something
everybody...
is going on
No, I
here.
think that everybody... Oh, God, are you
Are
kidding
you
me?
pregnant? You wore that dress over
No. No, I'm definitely not pregnant. You have to have sex to get
here? We
pregnant.
need to get Derek on the phone right now.
Don't make his day.
I'm going to call him up. We have some things to talk about, me and Derek.
Hey, you guys are both cheap as shit. You could be total... I could see a bromance blooming right in front of me. You guys are both the cheapest people in the world.
I feel like
Lovingly. I mean, I love you both for it. But cheap as can be. Unless it's something that means a lot to you. Then I feel like money isn't an object. At least that's the way it is with Derek. I'm not 100% sure that's the way it is with you. Is that a fair statement?
I think that's completely unfair.
Okay.
I'm not cheap.
No, you're not.
I just am selective about value. Depends on the value of the thing. You guys think that like I just spend, like even Kara thinks that I'm so easy to spend money for things that I need or I want.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Well, that's not what it is.
No? Okay.
No. I scrutinize those things times 100.
You're even worse. You're even worse on yourself?
I have revolving shopping lists of things that I'm shopping, but I can't commit to because there's a possible cheaper price somewhere, and I haven't spent enough.
You're sure you're Mormon?
Yeah. I mean, when I was in high school, my friends used to call me More Jew
Well, there you go.
because that's the only two especially during Christmas time, Jewish people are different, so.
Uh-huh.
But me and Derek, we should get Derek on the phone. You're just turning very momish all of a sudden.
No.
I'm not sure if I like it or not.
I don't think I want to get him on the phone. He actually has always been like, I'll call you on your show if you want. I'm like, no, I really don't want you to do that. I'm like, I really don't want you to call me on my show, but thanks anyways, hon. Like, he just... He's fantastic, and I love the guy to death. However, I just don't feel like it would... This is when I need to not...
He doesn't have a face for radio.
He's too cute to have a face for radio. He's just so cute.
Does he watch?
He doesn't watch. He listens every once in a while. Sometimes he'll pull up the podcast maybe like on his way to work or something. And then when he gets to work, he'll text me about it like, did you really talk about this? Or did you really do that? And I'm like, great. I wish I had never told you where to find them.
I was thinking... that with a show about snacks, what placement would that have in a regular radio day? Like, would it come during drive time, right before dinner? Like, what would be the demographic?
Maybe like on your way home after work.
The demographic would generally be hungry people.
Between lunch and some... I just got the weirdest fucking cue from Alex.
She was just trying to say what time she thought.
Oh, yeah. Between when? 4:20. Yeah, totally.
My interns totally get where I'm going, but you don't.
Oh, seriously? Yeah. Well, that's around the same. That's kind of the time I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
We just air exactly on 4:20.
I think it's a good idea. Or like 4:25.
Because then they're good and high at that point. And then after the mandatory Marley has finished on whatever station that is.
And then we talk about snacks and make them laugh at the same time. I feel like that's pretty much what you're looking for after you're stoned.
Especially since sometimes, who knows if we're high even starting the show.
And there's the whole thing that marijuana is like such a big thing right now. It's pretty much just one big cloud blowing across the country. You know, like everybody's gonna be high sooner or later, and everybody's gonna be listening
all the
to Charley
time.
Spurlock.
We were gonna have some weedologist, right? Do a show with you.
Oh, we should get him in here.
Should we bring him on the show?
We can have him do.
He would have. Okay, now talk about someone who would recommend the best snacks.
He would recommend the best pre-snack.
And post-snack. What do you mean pre-snack? Sorry, I have to readjust. Per usual.
Half the show
Getting
is
stiff. Okay.
Half the show is you readjusting.
I know. Sorry. What do you mean pre-snack? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying he would have the goods on the ganj, you know.
Oh yeah, but we wouldn't eat it.
But we could have him sit down with you and talk to you about, you know, what ails you and like what would be a good strain for you, and then we could have you actually.
Because I could have my card in a heartbeat with my migraines that I get. I've been complaining about them since freshman year of college. Very easily could get a card. I feel like it would be your favorite day ever if I did.
I've been including it in my nighttime prayers.
Please let Charlie go and see Dr. Referrals.
Because I know that you'll come over and like stop by with like all kinds of weed snacks then.
That's the type of person I am. Yeah. Usually whenever I come like hang out at your house or something, I always bring food or I end up ordering pizza.
So now that we know the real demographic of this radio show, we're going to have to make some changes to better fit what we're doing.
I feel like that's totally going to change the direction of guests we were going for.
Yeah. And no.
No?
Because sometimes we might get so stoned we just forget about the
What
guest.
do you think about the guest we're trying to line up? You think that he would be really into that after the discussion I had with you earlier?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just going to take apart this couch. I really don't like it.
So we'll get your teen idol on there first. And then we'll switch to second season is going to be it's going to be based around ganja because it's going to be called Charlie Goes Legal.
Charlie Goes Legal.
For a whole
That's
season.
That's not who I am,
It'll
though.
just be a conceptual design of you just getting stoned and doing radio
I remember
shows.
you saying that, which was really funny. You were like, I kind of like the fact that you kind of have started smoking weed because then the shit you say makes sense to me. He's like, because you saying half of the crap you said and knowing you were saying it sober, I didn't like it.
It's a good change. It's a good change.
Because then I can just excuse it like, she's high. That's why she's talking like that.
You smoke too much weed.
Which isn't a thing for me because I can never seem to get high except for that one time just recently. Finally it took.
So you don't feel like you're coming down with a case of the baby?
No, fuck off. No,
Okay.
No, not at all.
Because you started mentioning children a little bit. That kind of gives me like a weird feeling when you do it. Like, you know, like
No.
being touched by like one of the church members in the Catholic Church.
I'm pretty sure I would be struck by lightning.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because I feel.
I'm 99% sure I'm infertile, to be honest.
To be honest.
Because there are many times I probably should have been pregnant.
Because the amount of beef jerky that you eat.
I was just going to say by the amount of people that have pounded it and
Okay.
just really fucked it up. Yeah.
Okay. So just a battering ram.
It's just done. Yeah. It's just given up. Talk about knowing God exists.
Dear God. This is Sunshine Bear.
Don't ever let her become a mother. No, I'm not 100% sure that that's the case, but like I said, I have like had times when I probably should have been pregnant, but someone was smiling down on me and made sure I got Aunt Flo that month. See, like chicks hate getting their period. I love it because I'm like, oh, thank you, God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most of the time it's been like a hallelujah type moment. And I'm the type of person that panics if I'm like an hour late because I'm so regular.
Oh my God.
Yes. If I don't wake up that morning and in my first pee it starts, I'm like, that's it. I'm fucking pregnant. Like, I freak out. I'm still doing that to this day. And Derek is like, you are not pregnant. You will have your period by the end of the day. And sure fucking enough, it'll come like an hour and a half late. And I'm like, oh, whew, thank God. Like, yeah.
Now that we've gotten to vaginal bleeding.
The show can start then. Maybe it's a good time to, is that a good half?
Yeah.
Are we even close
I'd
to half?
say, I mean, if you're going to split something somewhere.
Let's just cut it there. This is a great start to this episode.
Teeth were so much whiter at the start of this last summer when I hadn't learned to smoke yet. I hadn't learned to smoke, and my heart was so much warmer when my arms were also shorter. But I hadn't learned to cope yet. I hadn't learned to cope. If you knew what I was thinking on that night this past December, you'd be running for the door. Yeah, just running for the door. But I took my leather jacket and my spot right near the curb and put the pedal to the floor, oh, the pedal to the floor. And I used to think I was a knight in shining armor, but now I see I'm a dragon to be slain. And you standing there, and your hands aren't getting warmer. Is it me or this thing that's in my veins? And I sat there nearly naked as you cried yourself to sleep. And well, I put my arms around you, but goddamn did they feel weak. And if you knew what I was seeing when I looked right in your eyes, then all you'd ever wish to see was your sharp eminent demise. And I used to think I was a knight in shining armor, but now I see I'm a dragon to be slain. And you standing there, and your hands aren't getting warmer. Is it me or this thing that's in my veins? And we talked for days as we sat there on the couch. Our lungs breathed in, our hearts breathed out, and we set our ways in such a path that I knew nothing would just ever change. And we found our fates in those fortune cookie hearts that we had right from the start. Oh, please help me be well. as a knight in shining armor. But now I see I'm a dragon to be slain, and you standing there, and your hands are getting warmer. Is it me or this thing that's in my veins?
Popcorn.
This is the second half of the Charley Spurlock Show, A Face for Radio. And we're live on Twitter right now, which is cool.
On Twitter?
Yeah, we're on Twitter, but we're not on your Twitter.
Okay.
We're on live on the Whisper Room's Twitter.
Oh.
And people are just lining up to watch Charley Spurlock eat popcorn
Of
right
course.
now. So we're live here at the Whisper Room, and we're doing a radio show for Miss Charley Spurlock, A Face for Radio, and I'm joined with my normal cronies of Alex Saint and Tiffany Alvarez. And we've talked about our snack today because that's a big deal on A Face for Radio, which is smart food.
I know
white
you'll
cheddar
appreciate this, but
popcorn.
one just went down my boob.
You just lost
Okay, two.
Can
I have slow reaction at the moment.
Can the audience watch you fish them out? You got to move the bag though, otherwise.
Oh, I thought that was so that we could advertise.
Eh,
Smart Pop makes it look like I'm pulling it out of the bag. Like, oh,
Because it does look like that. It does look like that.
let me see.
Almost looked like you were flipping the camera off there for a second.
That's right.
So
Fuck off,
outside
other popcorn.
at the half when we took a break, we were talking about how people have, lists, their celebrity lists of people that if they're married that they would be allowed to sleep with if they ever had the
And
opportunity.
they couldn't be held like responsible and made to feel bad. Right.
So you were asked who was on your list and replied with
Which one?
which list?
Was just which one? So not that long ago. And I feel like this is such a story. Not that long ago.
In
No.
a land far from here.
Called Scottsdale. No.
Well,
Not in Scottsdale.
Somebody just commented on the Twitter feed and said, I'd sleep with her.
Ah, that's very kind of you. And it must be because I'm so well covered tonight.
Yeah.
That you know that I'm a modest individual and someone that really, yeah, I'm just kidding.
And but at the same time, follow her on Twitter and send her a tweet later. Okay?
Because she'll probably fuck you. Anyway.
He said you're better uncovered.
Ah, jeez. Thank you. Make sure to get who he is, Matt. You're going to be our next guest because we don't have one lined up.
We'll get him on a call right now.
Who is it? What's their name? Is it someone I know?
I don't know what his real name is.
Twitter says he is.
His Twitter is Hold My Balls 97.
Yes, of course it is.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Just say because I don't do that anyways. That's gross.
So on your list.
Oh, you want to know who's actually on my list? I was telling the story of how I got asked about my list.
Okay.
So I just had a friend not that long ago ask me, like, first of all, if we did something like that, like if Derek and I had like a list for each other. I was like, oh yeah, definitely. And she's like, yeah, so like, what's on your, who's on yours? And I'm like, oh, and I'm like naming off these people. She's like, wait a second. She's like, I don't think there's supposed to be that many. I thought it was like maybe up to 3. And I was like, so I'm naming off 10. And so I'm apparently a massive whore.
Perfect. That works out well. So and she was like, what does Derek think about this?
Yeah, I think I convinced Derek to get 2.
to get to
Yeah,
because
he really could not come up with a list of people that just like drive him insane. It's really weird. I always ask him when I see him. I'm like, do you think she's hot? Like, not because I'm like, do you think she's hot? Not because I'm like that. I'm just genuinely curious of some people that walk by if he thinks that's like hot.
Yeah.
And he's always just like, like that's it. That's all I get from him. So I think that's how he looked at me on our wedding too. But we have a picture. We have a picture of the best man in our wedding giving Derek this look like.
Like, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, like, oh my God, dude, it's about to fucking happen. Like me right before I was walking down the aisle, and I was just thinking, I'm like, that's totally appropriate. I'm sure that's exactly the thought that was going through Derek's head.
His name is On Another Planet. He just rejoined our...
Oh.
On Another Planet, welcome to the Charley Spurlock, a Face for Radio show.
Who
Thanks
are
for
you
joining
on?
us.
Who are you on Another Planet? So I'm gonna turn all 900 number on this.
Well, do you think that we could get him to sign up for the charity endorsement that we're working on?
Well, is he homeless?
No, but we could get... I feel like this is another section of Dick Pics for the Homeless. Is
We
we
need to
should
talk
get
about and figure it
other
out.
people, like celebrities, to donate a dick pic to Dick Pics for the Homeless, and then we'll auction those dick pics off. You know what I'm saying?
Can they be signed? They have to be signed. That's the only way
Yeah,
we can.
they
like,
definitely should have
they
to
have
be
to
autographed dick pics.
authenticate.
Yeah, with like a little picture of who they are in the corner. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, and then a signature. Yeah, it has to be an authenticated.
It's
with
called
a certificate.
donating. It's called donating. Something to charity. It's totally tax deductible.
It would be, and then we'll give all the money to the homeless, and we'll round up. This will be like the Great Dick Pic Roundup.
Can you imagine
It'll
if dick
include
pics-
celebrities of huge stature.
Can you imagine if dick pics are what break out world peace because of
Because of Dick Pics for the
because of
Homeless.
Dick Pics for the Homeless.
We solve world peace.
we
I'm not going to
we
say, listen, I'm not going to say I haven't considered the fact that that's a really good possibility. Like a really good one.
You know what's really awful? I don't remember what we were talking about 10 seconds ago.
So this show is no longer just about snacks. It's become about something much deeper than that. And to any of those people who may be out there watching and wondering whether or not they should be a guest,
You're having a change still try.
there's a lot going on over
Oh
here.
my God. I love it here. Oh,
So,
it is fantastic. You were asking me who was on that list.
yeah, who's actually on your list?
You know what's sad is like I could come up with 15, but
How many of them are black? Good question.
one of them is mixed.
Apparently, only one of them is mixed. One of them.
It's just I don't
Very
think
surprising.
I don't think I'm cool enough for black guys. Like they may think I fit maybe physically what they're looking for.
Black guys love you every time we go somewhere.
No, they do.
Like, the weirdest black guys find you and they're like, "Yo, girl."
Only the weird ones?
Yo,
I
girl.
only get the weird black guys apparently. As opposed to all the other times I get hit on by any other normal people.
Yo, girl, you want to dance or something?
I love your black guy voice because it's always the same.
I got 3 baby mama.
God.
You want to be number 4?
Oh, you said that so well. No, only one
They
of them is
love you.
mixed. I know.
They love you.
I
So
know.
why? So but
I'm
you
not cool enough
apparently
for
you don't
them.
like them though.
No,
but
I'm
this
not.
this is a hypothetical celebrity list. This isn't like who can I get. So you only put the people that you think you actually
think
have,
I
a
have a
chance
chance.
of getting with.
I,
So you don't
know
want to
what?
shoot too far.
I don't
like-
think I seriously. I don't think that I couldn't be really good at talking a celebrity into having sex with me. I wouldn't. I don't feel confident enough that they would just be like, "Look at me."
All right,
no.
come on. The real.
I'd have to talk them
Let's
into
get to the real list. Now I don't want to hear about your bullshit list that you tell people. I
Okay.
want to hear about
My
the real list.
list. It's in no in particular order, okay?
Okay.
It's in no in particular order. Number 1, Ian Somerhalder. The most gorgeous.
No idea who that is.
Holy God.
But all the girls.
You know what?
Other than Alex. Alex, high five. Right
Alex,
now.
is it because you don't know who he is, or because you don't think he's attractive? Oh, she has no idea. So let me show you,
I like that she doesn't know who he is.
and then you'll know.
But Tiffany's over
exactly.
there like sweating herself to death when he
Yeah, I
said
was
his
gonna
name.
It's because he's that hot that you become instantly dewy.
Dewey?
You become dewy.
Oh, okay. Dewey.
Here,
Yo,
no, it's-
girl.
Yo, girl.
You so dewy.
No, Vampire Diaries.
Let me show him to me.
Yep. That
Okay.
he is so much yumminess. Anyway, so Ian Somerhalder for sure.
Okay, so that's on your list.
I guess I should just I'll show you the picture of everybody so everyone know who they are.
Yeah, and he's what? He's 13?
Yeah, no, he's 36. He's actually older than your old
He's
ass.
36. He's older than me. He's got way more hair though.
It's because he has it well taken care of.
Yeah, from
Number 2 is Ed Westwick.
Ed Westwick. Ooh. I'd have no idea.
You guys know who he is. You just don't know that you know who he is. He was Chuck Bass in Gossip Girl.
She's picking like B-list actors. This is the
I told you
weirdest
these are
thing.
people that I could get.
Yeah. This is the weirdest list.
I didn't have to be
This
A-listers
is-
for me to think they're sexy.
this
But
is-
look at
alright.
him and tell me you don't want to eat. Just, oi. There's only one word when there's someone that's out of, so it's just oi.
Never seen him before, but I'll tell you who he looks like. He looks like a young Sean Connery.
In
Look
this
up,
picture.
Look up young Sean Connery.
But I'll show you other ones of him too. He's just gorgeous. He looks like someone I'm going to like. Anyways, okay, so him.
He looks like a politician to me.
Yeah,
Just like
maybe.
like just some Kennedy.
Maybe. I'd take a Kennedy too.
Because you could get one.
Shut up! You're
I'm not-
such an asshole.
I'm just saying no, because you could get. You're
Oh, 'cause I
picking
could
the
get
people
with the
that you can get.
Again, there's.
It's so
I feel like
strange.
there's not much of a velvet rope on the Kennedys. I don't know.
Like,
I'm gonna go against what people
you're
say.
like a some kind of like weird realist. Like I don't know, it's weird because
Only in
like,
this ca-
everybody else in the world they like pick like the hottest thing they could think of.
I
You
have
were
some
like,
people like that. Don't
"You
get me
know,
wrong.
I kind of like him because he drives a Volvo.
I'm totally practical on what I should expect, which is a good segue into numero 3. Okay. You're gonna love this. I think I've told you this before, but you are going to love this. Bill Maher.
Oh God, you did tell me, and I was totally grossed out when you said it.
Oh my God. I think it's more because we have, I pretty much think exactly the same as him on every issue. I love watching Real Time. I've seen him live a couple times. He's just, I think it's almost
really
the
think
intellectual conversations we've had would drive me to get wet. You know, it wouldn't, I'd not need assistance.
I feel like all you got to do is tweet at Bill Maher to have sex with him. So
Not true. Not true. However, I'm going to try that later.
definitely don't let that idea get past
No,
you.
I'm writing it down as we speak. But what you'll love is that Bill Maher is actually 2 months older than my parents. What? That wouldn't be weird.
That wouldn't be weird if your parents were listening to this show right
They
now.
would never. Oh my God, are you kidding me? They never want to know what I'm doing with this half the time because they're just ashamed of me. Next person, who was I just thinking about, was on a show once.
We're going to number 4 now?
Yeah, we should need to talk about number.
No, go ahead. Let's keep going.
There more. Are you just saying I shouldn't have more than 3?
No, I'm just saying, like, we really gotta dive deeper on this because so far these are not people that I would have imagined you or even know their names. So
It's just so funny. Okay, so here's a big one that you'll be grossed out by, however, won't shock you. I
Mr.
think
T,
However,
because that wouldn't shock me, but I would be grossed out.
Shut up. No, you get it. It's my man, Mr. Biebs.
Okay, so Mr. B, that was close.
Just this, like, in particular. I'd say Biebs at this point. I mean, I always think he's hot, but Biebs, when this was the Biebs, oh my God. I would have twisted that little fucker into a pretzel and ate him. Which I'm sure is a thing.
It is.
It is a thing.
Would you have
I've
gone
made it a
there
thing.
with him? I mean,
I hope not. I just hope I would have come before then. Oh my
if he
God,
was
but
here,
he's
if
so
he just
hot.
if he just walked into the studio right now, you would come, basically.
I'd be Dewey.
Yo, girl.
Shut up. That is not
Yo, girl. This Biebs for you. You all dewy as shit.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh fuck. All right, let's get to number. What are we on? 4? 5? We're on 5. This is another one where people are gonna think I'm fucking crazy, but I don't care. I would bang the shit out of James Spader.
Oh my God.
Look at, she loves it. Alex loves it.
No, I think James Spader's a fantastic actor. I just didn't see that one coming.
Well, here's the thing.
Alex,
I always have an explanation. She loves it.
Alex, did you even see that? I mean, like, where did that come
Did you even
from?
see that come?
I agree 100%.
So she'd fuck him?
He live in Wall Street. He's like 4 years old and the cutest person ever. Like,
She gets it. Yep. Oh yeah. No, I think of the James Spader I want to fuck is James Spader in Boston Legal. Right? Oh my God. Alex and I are kindred spirits. When you share most of the same I'd fuck 'em list, you know that that's your sister right there.
James Spader.
But did you see him in the? Did you ever see him in The Secretary?
Yeah, but did you see him in Blacklist where he looks like he's 75 years old?
Oh, I know. And Tuck and oh, I love it.
Still.
The Office. Come on.
He's fantastic. I mean,
No,
don't get me wrong.
in Secretary, we always thought that 50 Shades of Grey was the first BDSM movie. Watch The Secretary. Yeah, she's like, and I'm red boxing it right now. I promise you, if you haven't taken out your friends in a long time, you will. Okay, number 5. I don't remember what fucking number we're on. I'm just gonna go down the list again, like a complete whore, because there's so many. All right, I guess.
Let me ask this: Do you have a notes thing on your phone that has this list?
No, I don't.
Oh,
It's all
okay.
just coming right here
Oh,
from
okay.
from.
All right, that's a
noggin.
little more normal. I thought if you were gonna have the list like typed out or something.
No, I
that
don't.
would be weird.
I have to like check it every time I'm with someone. I'm like, are you on my fuck list? And then I make them initial next to their name once I have fucked them. So that if anyone's like, no, you didn't, I'm like, oh, bam!
Sex selfie.
I would totally
That's
do
definitely
that.
me wearing a dildo right there.
I would totally do a sex selfie, especially if it was someone that
That's
no one would
definitely
ever
the
believe.
back of James Spader's head. Just
How
in case
would-
you were
how could you
wondering,
know?
that was a joke about you fucking James Spader with a dildo.
Maybe I would, and maybe I wouldn't. Who knows? Okay, whatever number we're on. Daniel Tosh. I'd fuck Daniel Tosh. I just love watching him run around in briefs. I just love it. Like almost nothing makes me happier. Plus, funny guys are hot.
He's funny.
Funny guys are hot. I love his humor.
Isn't it you that really likes Dane Cook too? Don't you love Dane Cook?
I love the way Dane Cook looks right now. I like him older looking than he did like in his early Comedy Central Presents years. However, listening to his comedy now at my age versus when it first came out and was really popular back when I was like 15, I'm like, that shit, like it just it doesn't ring. I never want to knock anyone else's stuff because
I feel like it's really dumbed down though.
yes, it's his is way more.
Like he's way
don't
more
have to think
capable.
about it.
Yeah, I feel
and
like he's way more capable.
more physical comedy. He does some of the most physical comedy with his stand up that of like anybody that I've ever. Maybe the only other person that would like rival that is Robin Williams.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's his storytelling ability is kind of similar to Robin Williams' storytelling ability because you just get so into the story that they could bring you in. But still, I feel like when I would watch Dane Cook's stand-up stuff versus the characters he would play, his characters were really well developed, and they were really funny, like in Waiting and several other movies that I thought he was really good in. But then his stand-up never, to me, was like, oh, that's not really that funny.
Yeah, I think he sold out really quick. I think he was a really funny. There are a couple of other comics that are doing that kind of make me sad, where they're doing really well, and then immediately they turn actor or they sign movie deal. Like I don't like.
Yeah, but come on, you're doing comedy, right? You've done a show, but it was a great show. It was a big theater. And we're aiming only to make a bigger move on the next time, right? Mm-hmm. So in the next couple moves comes available, hypothetically, a movie deal for you to play a main character as a rapper.
You mean the story of my life, my autobiography?
Let's get to brass tacks. I end up making a movie about a rapper. And you decide that you're going to be, the rapper.
I've done that for every other role.
Find some way of forcing me to...
I forced my way into every other role I've ever done.
So you can't say that you wouldn't.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is these people got big as comics, and then just as you enjoyed them riding the comic train and you wanted just to have them continue to do stand-up, and that was really more what they were meant for, they very quickly turned like no longer what they cared about. They just wanted to be in everything they could type of deal.
Okay, so they took there's people out there where the managers, are like, listen, you need to take everything. My dad's always been that, like, hey, anything comes, you just take it. You just take
but like,
every acting gig or whatever. But then you got actors like Jim Carrey who strategically picked their roles and climbed to the top of ability.
Right, but I'm talking about... I miss the comics that were known to be comics more than like actors in a movie or doing it, like commercial endorsements and all that garbage. Like, for instance, what the fuck's his name? George Carlson. Carlson. Who am I saying?
Who are you thinking of?
Why can I not think of his name? How sad is that?
Why can't I think of his name?
We both know why we can't think of his name.
George Carlin.
Thank you, George Carlin. George Carlin was never like... George Carlin's in this movie and this movie. Like, he did movies.
Totally.
But he was he was first and foremost a fantastic comic.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, what I miss.
And he stayed developing his comedy roadshow.
Yes, you did. Because I think that you see... So like comics doing great and building up new stuff, and their stuff's always good and really developed and funny. They start doing all that other stuff, and then obviously
they stop developing out
the
their
quality
comedy.
of their comedy afterward is just like it's
right,
the old Dane
Cook
type stuff.
So you want to see some comedians who are staying developmental on the
like for instance,
stagecraft.
For instance, some of the first stand-up that Kevin Hart ever did was so funny. Probably even through some of his last or first couple of Comedy Central specials. Mm-hmm. Really funny. But then he, almost as he became more popular, he did all of these movies, and I'm not saying the movies were necessarily bad. I'm not saying any of those things.
No, but I get
but
you.
then
his
they would...
importance in his time shifted. And
right. And then I feel like, the quality of his comedy afterwards, you saw him in commercials. He was just taking everything to obviously try and get bigger. Nobody would fault him on that.
Yeah, he was a good businessman, but at the same time...
It makes me sad to look back at those people.
Exclusivity, and there's something about,
you will always
sticking
be
with
the best,
the same
right.
thing and being the best at that, and having your focus beyond that. I mean, he's funny as hell. He's
hilarious. He's
even
still
the stuff
hilarious.
that he does with like Conan, that's all improv, is funny. As hell.
He is Sorry, I just got like the dumbest text ever. He is still very funny. I would never say that like his stuff isn't funny. I just feel like it wasn't as well developed, or even just the presentation of it wasn't as good as
the original stuff.
It used to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't think it's because I'm more critical than I used to be. But
do you like Cat Williams? I do
like Cat Williams. I hate to say this to sound awful. I think he's hilarious when I understand him.
Is it over your head? I mean,
Sometimes I'm just like, it's funny when you can place yourself in a situation, but Cat Williams doesn't have too many times, I think, in his life where he's like, I think a white girl would really relate to this. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think he's hilarious.
He
And
is hilarious. He totally
and
is.
he's so into his shit. Like, it's believable. Like, me, I hate my own shit by the time it gets performed, you know? But I don't think that guy hates his own stuff. I think he's just fucking in love with it. I think it's funny as hell.
And because it's just so real. You can tell that it's so real to him.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I don't remember where we were going with that. So let's get back to my list. Okay, you'll love this too, Matt. Somebody else, I think I told you yesterday that this was someone that would be on my list. And I don't know if you heard it or cared, but anyways. Louis C.K.
Oh, yeah.
I would fuck Louis C.K. Because again, he's funny. I think that that's pretty much the only criteria. If you meet the first and foremost of I do comedy for a career or as a living, and you're like, oh okay, I'll fuck you, sure. It's all it really takes, I guess, for me.
There's a couple of guys in Vegas who want to meet you really bad after that comment.
Because of Louis C.K.
No, just like because if you're a comedian,
If you're a comedian, that's all it takes. Well,
you're making money.
think about it. Comics, male comics. It's a turn on. Like girls, one of the main things we want when we're looking for guys, like a good sense of humor, someone that can make me laugh. That's being able to make somebody laugh is a very male, masculine personality trait. Generally,
I've met some girls who are real funny.
well, and that's
Who
cool.
in their relationship they're the funny one, you know?
Yes, and I don't think that that's atypical, but what I'm saying is it's not a sexy feature typically for a girl. Like you don't usually, when guys are like bragging about a girl they're dating or someone they just met, they're never like, oh God, and she's so funny.
Yeah.
Like that's not usually.
Yeah, and that kind of masculinizes her.
Exactly. That's
get
why
you.
I'm saying male comics I think could have a whole troupe of like roadies that would bang them cross country. Female comics don't have that dick lined up. Like when they step off stage, like, thank you. Like, it's not like, oh God, it's so sexy that she made me laugh and talk about farts. Like, that is not a typically feminine trait. And so that's why I think that.
I mean, that's funny. Maybe you should start an app or something for those female comedians out there that, if you feel they're underserved, maybe you should do something for them.
That's why I dress like this.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. There's people in Vegas on it. So are these people that are they still on?
No, I was joking.
Oh,
There's
you
nobody
idiot.
in Vegas that wants your info.
No one in Vegas likes me. Let's get to the next person, shall we? Who is the next person?
So, how? I mean, we're like at what, like 8? We're still.
Oh God, we're at like 6 or 7.
Oh my gosh.
I told you I thought I had a reliable 10.
Yeah.
Here's another one. How about the adorable Seth Rogen?
Of course, because he's definitely making money in comedy, right?
Not stand up.
Not stand up.
I think that at one point he did do stand up, but I certainly wouldn't say that it was overwhelming what he was known for.
J-Town 10 says hoy.
Hi, J-Town 10.
I think he meant hi.
Hi.
But or either that or he was calling you a hoe and saying hi at the same time.
Which
Could be
as I say,
relevant.
it could completely be possible, especially with what we're talking about.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up, he says.
He knows it's 90s week.
He knows we're talking about the 90s on the Charley Spurlock of Face for Radio
else?
show.
Oh.
Right here in the Whisper Room, downtown Phoenix. It's Palmcraft, bitches. It's Palmcraft, motherfucker.
What about...
Shit's in Palmcraft, nigga.
Do you agree? I don't know where Alex went. Tiffany, how about Rob Lowe?
I love him.
Yeah. You know who he looks like to me? He looks like an older Ian Somerhalder, and Ian Somerhalder looks like a young Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe's like a little more petite. Like,
Yeah. I wouldn't say he's like
Did
quite
you-
as built
Did y'all just call Rob Lowe petite?
compared to Ian Somerhalder.
Oh, okay.
We think so.
Like
like he
Rob,
doesn't have, I don't know,
you guys,
taller and skinnier. That's what he is.
Rob Lowe was in Tommy Boy, guys.
Yeah, I know. Which ties in perfectly to somebody who liked a tweet of mine. This, only a few days ago. So on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, do
You're
that right
stupid.
now. You're
Yeah.
stupid. Go do that right now. I'll give you a minute. Okay, so they should have done that at that time. I don't know why I'm going into that, but for a while, David Spade was doing a tour. I'm not sure. I think it was with Adam Sandler and it was with Nick Swartzen. They were doing a tour, and like every city they stopped in, he would just like be sitting in like a restaurant or outside or something, and he would just pick fights with like the birds, just like verbal arguments, and it was just the funniest thing ever. It cracked me up. Like he would just be like, where do you think this fucking guy's going so quickly? And the bird's just like walking really fast. Like he would just come up with this like harassment, and it was fantastic. So I tweeted at him. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna read my tweet. I tweeted at him. I said, I don't even remember, so I should probably read it. I said, the campaign David Spade has taken on in his Insta stories to harass birds is my favorite thing. And
He liked that one.
he liked it, yeah, which was freaking awesome. So now it's my goal to top that. I've had some cool
To get on top of David Spade?
to get on top of David Spade. I think he'd fuck a Phoenix local.
You're gonna top David Spade.
I'm gonna get on top of David's. No, I'd kill that little guy. Poor thing. He's so tiny. I still love David Spade though. You know what? God.
I cooked for David Spade.
I know you cook for everyone. David Spade for me, not that he isn't an attractive person. He just doesn't make my list. I think for me that would be one of those I'd fuck him just because he's David Spade.
That might be an excuse for David Spade to fuck you. In which case, you could be like the new celebrity whore or something.
It's like charity fucks.
All over the country. Charityfucks.com. I wonder if that's a thing. Can we get on GoDaddy.com?
Can we see if we can buy that domain right now?
Charityfuck.com.
Oh, it's gotta be a porn.
What's the other one?
We're looking. I love how you're looking to them like, think for me.
I'm trying to.
What am I trying to come up with?
Sympathyfuck.com. Sympathyfuck.org.
You're looking at me, tell them.
It's a non-profit organization called sympathyfuck.org.
Where you just rent out like, I just need to rent out your mouth. Excuse me, ma'am. I need your mouth just held like this for a certain amount of time and just glory hole you.
But it's for charity.
Dick pics for the homeless. This is its sister corporation or sister.
From the people that brought you dick pics for the homeless comes another fine organization.
You've seen how many lives they touch through dick pics with the homeless. Now see
You've
them.
also seen Matthew McConaughey's penis. Signed by Matthew McConaughey.
was donated to charity.
Yeah.
This will be another one of those nights where we'll wake up tomorrow morning and go, it wasn't as
What
funny.
what did we do? So when I wake up in the morning and I think I'm gonna delete the show. Can you come over and start over again?
We do the whole fucking thing. We talked about periods in the first half, and then we got into your stupid sex list in the second half.
Oh god. From the people that brought you dick pics for the homeless. J-Town 10 says he's got a joke. Go ahead, J-Town. But if it's not good, we're gonna tell you, like straight up. All right. It's the catch. But if it is good, you get to pick all the popcorn out of Charlie's cleavage.
Is you saying that's a term he wants, or I'm confused.
From the people that brought you popcorn crevice pickles.
I promise they're all out. I sniffed those little fuckers out.
Let me type it out, he says. All right, we're waiting.
We're
bro.
waiting. TikTok, J-Town 10.
From the people that brought you dick pics for the homeless.
We'll touch your heart in another way.
They'll touch your heart and your colon.
What the fuck? What? Why did you say something like that? Why? Why do you take it to that? Just
Why are you questioning what I say? Okay?
because
Like-
when it's too far for me, it's too fucking far. Okay.
I don't even know what you're talking about. B-Rim 410 has joined us.
Sweet.
What are the chances of that in
I'm
a,
so
in a
glad.
colonoscopy conversation? Welcome to the show, B-Rim. Let me guess. You're a bit parched. You need some water.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
This popcorn is
Making us.
making my fingers all cheesy. That's what it's doing.
Oh, I got another one.
So we're coming to the end of the 8th show. We're
No.
Yeah, we are. The cool thing is that we're at 8. We're almost to our first goal of 10, which means that technically at 10, we can go on iTunes if you want.
I think we should definitely. B-Rim, would you like to hear me on iTunes?
I think that we're just getting tons of hearts right now, so
Do we have
they enjoy watching,
me eat popcorn?
yes.
I ate so much more than I was supposed to, you fucking people.
And the popcorn is
Damn it.
still going on over here. There's just people eating popcorn everywhere all around me.
Do we have J-Town 10? Send us your fucking joke, man.
He just messaged that he's now leaving, and then gave us some hearts, and then he didn't actually go. He's still hearting. He is hearting the fuck out of this
He's
show
got a
right
heart
now.
on.
He's straight up.
J-Town 10,
He's
do
gone.
you have
He
a heart
pieced
on?
out. It was like heart out, blackout.
And I was just about to have podcast sex with him.
So next week we're gonna have a really cool guest,
Maybe.
and we're gonna have more really good snacks,
Maybe.
and there's gonna be more really stoned people.
What? Nobody. Who the hell in here is stoned? Who is it?
And then we're gonna hang out in the studio at the Whisper Room and talk about more things that face
Vaginal
radio.
bleeding.
More, yeah. Anything. I feel like we eat snacks and talk about whatever will most offend
Like
other people.
verbal vomit I have?
Yeah, whatever will most offend other people.
Why does vaginal bleeding offend people? That is a bodily function. I just,
From the people that brought you a face for radio.
vaginal bleeding. The musical.
Episiotomy's live on stage.
That's another one. Okay, the colon was too far.
So that's why you don't want to have kids, is because there's a possibility they're going to snip.
Yep, that's exactly why.
They're
Let's
gonna
not even talk about what the fuck that is. I don't. No. That's enough. We're done. Cut it, Tiffany. We're done.